Hi, I'm Elizabeth Craig from the Office of Pastoral Life and New Evangelization, and I'm going to be talking about the final component of our Lenten series, the Discernment Survey. Now, as John mentioned in video number 3, the Discernment Survey is an outcome of this Lenten series. It's not a standalone process. It's meant to give you some time to further reflect and to record what you've discussed and discerned in this series. So for that reason, it's very important to keep it as part of this larger process within the series. We don't really want to see it being done on its own by people who haven't been engaged in the entire Lenten series process. The survey is available for download on our website, and you'll see there are actually two different versions of the survey. There's a community version and an individual version. They're basically the same thing. The questions are very similar, but some of them are worded a bit differently to reflect whether you're asking for an individual perspective, what I do as a person, or the community perspective, how we feel the parish enacts these values or these processes. For the community version, we'd like to have the pastor and the leadership team from the parish do as they prepare to lead this Lenten series. We really want to know what you, as the leadership of the parish, feel your parish is doing now. How are you living these things out? How do you feel your parishioners are in this process? How do you feel they're doing and where they need to grow? So we want to get that leadership perspective. There'll only be one of these surveys filled out on behalf of the entire community. And this may involve making some educated guesses on some of the answers, but you would be the people most appropriately placed to make these guesses as the people who know your own parish and your own context, your own resources better than anyone else. Now, the individual survey is the other version, and that's what will be used as you actually go through the Lenten series with your parishioners on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th Sundays of Lent in 2015. The survey looks quite long, but it's actually split up into 3 sections. There's one for mission, one for community, and one for formation. And those are the themes of the 3 sessions in our Lenten series, and you'll do each survey portion corresponding to the session that you're doing it with. So at the end of the mission session, you'll only fill out the mission survey. And it's meant to come at the end of the session, so you're able to reflect on what you've already discussed and discerned as a group, as you watch the video, as you go through the gospel contemplation and discuss it in a spiritual conversation. So it really is a way to record and capture the fruits of all of this. Now, all these surveys can be filled out in hard form on paper by those who are present at your sessions. And then as soon as you've finished each session, you can send those surveys into your plain office contact with the Archdiocese. So they don't need to be tabulated or collated at the parish level. That will all be done by the diocesan staff in coordination with a local public research firm, and that will be presented to your parish later as a report of the results of all of your discernment throughout this process. So as John mentioned in video number 3, this is a really excellent way for us to see exactly where you stand as a parish, for you to know that better than anyone else as we go into phase 2, where we begin our pastoral planning.